morning, Bruins. I'm Paige.
And I'm Diana.
And we are your anchors for Wednesday, September 4th.
Please stand for the pledge.
Today's National Day is National Wildlife Day.
Your lunch options for today are beef soft tacos, chicken soft tacos, chicken tenders, and waffle, and tuna salad sandwich.
Your sides are refried beans, fresh fruit, or veggie tray.
And today news, Freddie Wap was arrested for allegedly punching a valet.
In other news, 34 people have been assumed dead in a fire when a fire struck while sleeping in Santa Cruz. Now to NBC with a story.
Is officially calling off the search for survivors in the deadly boat fire off the coast of California.
34 people are presumed dead at this point. Officials say that so far 20 bodies have been recovered and more are still being recovered from the wreckage. They spoke at a news conference just moments ago.
An additional 16 victims were located in yesterday afternoon's efforts and were brought back to our coroner's bureau. This makes in total 20 victims who have been recovered and transported to our coroner's bureau. Thus far, the victims have only been identified as 11 female and 9 male remains. There were several other victims that were seen by the divers, somewhere between 4 and 6, that are still within the wreckage.
The diving boat was carrying 33 passengers and 6 crew members when a deadly fire broke out early Monday morning, trapping passengers below decks.
Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Blaine Alexander. Blaine, quite a 24 hours this has been. Now that authorities are no longer looking for survivors, where does the investigation go?
Well, Stephanie and Allie, that's exactly it. We've learned really tragic news as we kind of listen to these developments from the news conference, which is still ongoing right now, that it's no longer a search and rescue. It's now search and recovery. There's no evidence that there are any additional survivors. So we know that there are still people who are unaccounted for, about 9 people. So divers now have the very difficult task of trying to get inside the remains of that boat. And it's a very difficult task because, remember, this boat is now underwater. It's submerged in about 62 feet of water. It's upside down and it's very unstable. You've got shifting currents that are moving it all around. So divers, more than 24 hours later, have not been able to get inside. In fact, during that briefing, you heard the officials say that they have seen evidence of victims still inside, but they just haven't been able to get to them. So that's what they're working on today. We know that there are crews out there right now working on that. One thing that we did learn, guys, you see those devastating images of the fire right there. This was a very, very hot fire. In fact, you heard them speak to that during the briefing, and they said that's why so many of the victims are going to have to be identified using DNA only, because that's going to be really the only true way to identify some of these victims, guys.
Blaine, thank you. Blaine Alexander for us in Oxnard, California. Walmart just announced.
Finally, 2 8-year-olds teach the world about a lesson about compassion on their first day of school. Now to NBC with a story.
Over the last few weeks, 8-year-old Connor Kreitz couldn't wait for school to start. And this year, the second grader with autism decided he was ready for a big first step: ride the bus on his first day of class.
He didn't even seem nervous at all. He was ready to go, wide awake.
But once at school without his parents, Connor's anxiety quickly became overwhelming, until a stranger, 8-year-old Christian Moore, reached out and took his hand. Christian's mom capturing that moment in a picture and a post. "I'm so proud of my son. He's a kid with a big heart." The first day of school started off right. For Connor's mother, who constantly worries about how the world will treat her son, this was the one thing Connor had asked her for that she couldn't give him: a friend.
I asked him if he had fun, and he goes, "I love him."
Now the two boys sharing an inseparable bond, saying their message to others is simple: Be nice. Gotti Schwartz, NBC News.
Now to Taj with sports and weather.
Thank you, Paige and Diana. Today is going to be a high of 78 and a low of 54. Last night, our girls soccer team tied Fall Creek Valley 1-1. In volleyball, the 7th grade team beat Fall Creek in just 2 games. The 8th grade team went to win 3 close games, but pulled out a 2-1 game victory over FCV. Today will be an away match versus Franklin Township in girls golf at 4:45. There will be a Belzer versus West Lane in girls soccer tomorrow at 5:15 at West Lane Middle School. In addition, volleyball, girls soccer, and boys tennis will also be at away matches, while boys soccer and cross country will be competing in home meets. The home soccer game is at LECC. This Friday, our football teams will travel to Lucas Oil Stadium to play Fall Creek Valley. In addition, the Marching Pride of Lawrence Township, Belzer Sound, and Belzer Jazz and pep bands will also be performing. Tickets are available daily in the athletic office and will be sold at lunches this week. Pre-sale tickets are $10 and they are $15 at the door. There's a fan bus available that will take you and return you to school, but you must buy a ticket to sign up for it. Now back to our anchors.
Thank you, Taj.
Any 8th grader students signed up to go to Washington, D.C. in October should attend a meeting with your parents next Monday, the 9th at 6 p.m. in the Media Center.
Tomorrow, September 5th, will be our annual picture day. Your photo will be taken that day for the yearbook and for your new photo ID, whether you purchase pictures or not.
Don't forget to sell fundraiser items to earn money for the school and prizes for yourself.
Next Monday, September 9th, most clubs will begin. Be sure to sign up in the tab located at the top of your launch page. There are many interesting clubs starting, such as Academic Pursuit, Student Council, Art Club, Chess Club, French Club, and more. Sign up today. The quote of the day is by Eleanor Roosevelt. With a new day comes new strength and new thoughts.
Today, random fact is you fart on average 14 times a day, and each fart can travel from your body at 7 miles per hour.
Today's celebrity birthday is Brandon Rowland, and he is an Instagram star. Here's today with the joke of the day. Why did the picture go to jail?
I don't know why.
Because he was framed.
Now to Mr. Hotchip for the morning announcements.
Have a great day, Bruins.
Morning, Bruins. Just a couple quick reminders. Our anchors already mentioned the Lucas Oil Night this Friday. I'm excited. Such a great evening for our district and our school. Mr. Connors wanted me to remind everybody you can get tickets during lunches, and also if you're going to sign up for that fan bus, spots are filling up quickly, so make sure you get signed up as soon as possible. Also, I want to remind everybody that tomorrow is Picture Day. Tomorrow is Thursday. That's Picture Day. And remember, all students will get their picture taken. Even if you don't plan to buy pictures or buy a packet, that's fine, but we do need your picture for the yearbook. And we also are going to be getting new student ID cards with your picture on it. So it is mandatory, folks, that everybody get their picture taken. And teachers, that means you too. Normally, Life Touch is here in the morning, so you can stop in. I know tomorrow morning is a team time, but if you get a chance and you have a few minutes, you might stop in. You can also come down during your prep period or during lunch. Life Touch will be here to get your pictures as well. So let's keep that in mind. Lastly, loved that little story today about those students, that student reaching out to help another student at school. Guys, don't ever forget the impact of a small gesture like that and the impact that can have on somebody else. Simply saying, hey, how are you? Or your hair looks nice today, or great job on that assignment, or whatever it might be. Those small, kind gestures can go a long way and can really change someone's day. So let's make sure we remember that today. I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Neal. She's got a couple announcements about clubs, which are starting on Monday.
hopefully you hear me now. All right, we're going to go over this again. All right, students, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, we talked about signing up for clubs. As it turns out, it sounds like some of you still have not done that, or maybe you don't know exactly how to do it, so we're going to go over that again. Again, clubs start Monday, and it will last for an hour, so you may take the bus home, or your parent may pick you up. Some other clubs may start on a different day, at a different time, so I'm going to take you to the page, and then you can take a look. So we're going to now go to the launch page. And we're going to go through it. All righty. So if you take a look at the student launch page, at the very top you will see an area where it says clubs and activities. Go ahead and click on that. And then, Ms. Trotter. Okay. On that page you will see an area where it will list all of the clubs. And so we need to get in there and we'll take a look real quick. Okay. All righty, there we go. Now you'll take a look at all of the different clubs. Up at the top, you need to put your name and all the information, your current grade, your parent contact information, and then how you will get home. We will provide a link for you later if you plan to ride the bus so that we are aware of who will be riding the buses. But you will see all of the different clubs, and they are in alphabetical order. To be quite honest, on here, guys, Cooking Club is closed. Most everything else is open. You'll take a look at all of the rest of the clubs, and you'll see when they meet and who the sponsor is. And if you have any questions, you need to just talk to that club sponsor. And then after you select as many as you want, you will submit that form, and then we will know who is going to actually be in that club. If you have any questions at all, please see the sponsor of that club. And then, of course, if you have questions that you still don't know the answer to, come and see me, and I would be happy to direct you in the right spot. So we want as many students participating in clubs, so please sign up and have a great day.